I'm shocked. This sleeping position raises stroke risk overnight. Did you know that the way you sleep tonight could decide whether you wake up refreshed or wake up feeling like your brain is in a fog? I know that sounds dramatic, but stay with me. Every night, millions of people over 60 lie down in bed thinking they're giving their body the rest it needs. But what if instead of supporting your circulation, your sleeping position was quietly working against it? Let me ask you something. Have you ever woken up with a strange numbness in your arm, a headache you couldn't explain, or feeling like you didn't really rest at all? Maybe you chalked it up to getting older. But what if your sleeping position was putting subtle pressure on blood vessels, affecting circulation to your brain, and leaving you feeling worse instead of better? I'm not trying to scare you, but as someone who has spent years studying sleep health, I've seen how the smallest changes can make the biggest difference. The truth is, as we age, our circulation doesn't bounce back the way it used to. And the way we sleep can either support healthy blood flow or quietly work against it. In this video, we're going to explore sleeping positions that might be affecting how you feel each morning. But we're not stopping there. You'll also learn simple adjustments that could help you wake up feeling more refreshed and clear-headed. So if you or someone you love is over 60, this video might just change how you think about sleep. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're a side sleeper, or a 0 if you prefer sleeping on your back. And don't forget to subscribe to Health 365. We're here to help you sleep better and wake up stronger. Now, let's talk about the first sleeping habit that might be affecting how you feel each morning. Let's start with something that seems completely harmless: staying on one side all night without moving. It feels natural, especially if you found your comfortable spot after years of habit. But here's what many people don't realize. When you stay in the exact same position for hours, you can put pressure on blood vessels and nerves. That major artery in your neck, the carotid artery, it's like a highway carrying blood to your brain. When it's compressed for too long, circulation can be affected. I once worked with a woman, 68 years old, who always slept on her right side. Every morning she'd wake up with her arm feeling numb and sometimes a slight headache. She thought it was just arthritis. But when she started alternating sides during the night and using a pillow to support her back, those morning symptoms nearly disappeared. The solution? Try placing a small pillow behind your back to help you naturally shift positions during sleep. Your body will thank you. Now let's move to something as simple as your pillow height, but it could be affecting how you feel every morning. You might love that thick, fluffy pillow that feels so comfortable. But if it's too high, it could be putting your neck in a position that affects blood flow. Picture this: your head tilted forward for 7 or 8 hours straight, like you've been looking down at your phone all night. That's what a too-high pillow does to your neck. One of my clients, a 71-year-old retired teacher, kept waking up feeling dizzy and foggy. She couldn't figure out why. When we looked at her sleep setup, we discovered her memory foam pillow was pushing her chin toward her chest all night. We switched to a lower pillow that kept her head aligned with her spine. Within a week, those dizzy mornings stopped. What can you do? When lying on your back, check if your nose is in line with your chest. If your chin is tilting down too much, your pillow might be too high. All right, now let's talk about a position many people find comforting: sleeping curled up in a tight ball, knees tucked to your chest. It feels safe, protective. That's the fetal position. But it might be limiting how well your body gets oxygen while you sleep. When you curl up tight like that, you're essentially squeezing your chest cavity. Your lungs can't expand fully, which means less oxygen gets into your bloodstream. And if your pillow is also tilting your head forward, it's a double limitation on circulation. I remember working with a 73-year-old man who always slept tightly curled up. Every morning he'd wake up feeling tired, with tingling in his hands. We helped him learn to sleep with just a gentle bend in his knees instead of curling into a tight ball, and placed a pillow between his knees for comfort. The change was remarkable. Within 2 weeks, he was waking up feeling more rested. The key is sleeping open enough so your lungs and blood vessels can do their jobs effectively. Now, sleeping on your back is often called the healthiest position, and in many ways, it is. But there's a catch that can turn this good position into a problem. If your neck isn't properly supported, you might as well be sleeping in a bad position. When your pillow doesn't support the natural curve of your neck, your head can tilt backward or slide to one side, putting stress on the blood vessels at the base of your skull. These vessels help regulate blood flow to parts of your brain that manage balance and coordination. When they're strained all night, it can lead to morning headaches or that feeling like you didn't really rest. I worked with a gentleman in his early 70s who complained about waking up exhausted with a tight feeling at the base of his skull. His pillow was completely flat. When we got him a contoured pillow that supported his neck's natural curve, his sleep quality improved dramatically within days. If you're a back sleeper, invest in proper neck support. Your brain will thank you for it. Now let's talk about a position that many people use for comfort, especially when they have back pain. But it might be the most challenging for your circulation: sleeping on your stomach. When you sleep on your stomach, your head has to turn to one side for breathing, and it stays that way for hours. This constant rotation can put pressure on that important artery in your neck. Plus, this position can make it harder for your chest to expand fully, which means less oxygen in your system. I had a client in his mid-60s who always slept on his stomach because he thought it helped his back. Over time, he started experiencing morning fatigue and occasional dizziness. When we analyzed his sleep position, we realized his stomach sleeping was affecting both his breathing and neck circulation. If you absolutely must sleep on your stomach, try using a very thin pillow or no pillow under your head, and place a pillow under your hips to reduce the arch in your back. But honestly, training yourself to sleep on your side or back might serve you better in the long run. Here's something that feels cozy, but could be affecting your brain overnight: sleeping with your head completely under the covers. It sounds harmless, even comforting, especially on cold nights. But when you pull those covers over your head, you're creating a little bubble of recycled air. You're breathing in your own exhaled carbon dioxide and limiting fresh oxygen intake. I once spoke with a 69-year-old woman who loved hiding under her blankets during winter. She said it helped her feel secure, but every morning she woke up feeling groggy and sluggish. When we talked about keeping her nose and mouth exposed to fresh air while staying warm with layered blankets, her morning energy improved noticeably. Your brain needs oxygen more than it needs that cozy feeling. Try keeping your breathing passages clear while using extra blankets for warmth. So, what's the best approach for sleep after 60? Research consistently points to a few key principles. Side sleeping with support. This often works well, especially if you alternate sides and use pillows to maintain comfort. Left side sleeping may have some circulation benefits. Back sleeping with proper neck support. If you can maintain good spinal alignment, this distributes weight evenly and can be excellent for circulation. The key is comfort without compression. Whatever position you choose, make sure you're not putting sustained pressure on blood vessels or restricting your breathing. Remember, if you've been sleeping one way for decades, change takes time. Be patient with yourself. Making changes easier. Start small. Maybe just adjust your pillow height or add a support pillow. Don't try to change everything at once. Listen to your body. If you wake up with numbness, stiffness, or headaches, your sleep position might be trying to tell you something. Consider your health conditions. If you have sleep apnea, heart conditions, or use medical equipment like a CPAP machine, work with your healthcare provider on the best sleeping positions for your situation. Be patient. Your body might resist changes at first. That's normal. Give yourself time to adjust. The goal isn't perfection. It's waking up feeling more rested and comfortable. Pay attention to these signs that your sleep position might need adjustment. Waking up with headaches that weren't there before, numbness or tingling in your arms or hands, feeling unrested despite sleeping through the night, morning dizziness or feeling off, neck stiffness that lasts throughout the day. If you experience these regularly, it's worth examining your sleep setup and talking to your healthcare provider. Your sleep position is one simple factor you can control to support better circulation and more restful nights. It works alongside other healthy habits like staying active, eating well, and managing stress. What position do you sleep in now? Have you noticed any of those morning symptoms I mentioned? Let me know in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else recognize something important about their own sleep. And if you found this helpful, please share it with other people in your life who might benefit. Sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference. Don't forget to subscribe to Health 365 for more practical tips that can help you feel your best after 60. Remember, this is educational information to help you think about your sleep habits. For specific concerns about sleep, circulation, or any health issues, always consult with your healthcare provider who knows your individual situation.